CCM Spitfire, 2017 to 2018, review hand-built premium quality British single. You used to be able to identify riders of single-cylinder British bikes by their numb fingers, overdeveloped kickstart leg, and the tailback caused as they whumped along. Things have progressed a tad since the days of Panther, Matchless and BSA, however. These days British single means CCM Spitfire. This is biking at its most minimalist. The CCM is little more than a blunt 4-valve engine, slender handmade tube frame and a pair of wheels. There's so much space between components you can see straight through the bike, there's nowt to it. Minimal doesn't mean basic, though. The classy Spitfire features machined alloy components, bespoke brakes, adjustable suspension, and a frame in the steel used for the fuselage of the WW2 fighter of the same name, that's available with a clear powder coating so you can appreciate the hand-welded joins. It feels like a high-end custom. Ride quality and brakes. All variants of the Spitfire are super slim, very light and rather stiff, dancing with flighty eagerness and ready to flick in any direction. They don't need much of a nudge on the wide bars to ping off in another direction. Suspension is sportily, and rather unexpectedly, firm. On such a light bike this means mid-corner bumps can introduce skittish antics and that potholes should be avoided. I'd prefer a plusher ride for a little more backlane absorbency, though it's certainly exciting. And on smooth surfaces the delicate Spitfire definitely handles. Engine. The CCM Spitfire engine is a 601 cubic centimeters single-cylinder motor. The same as SWM use in their dual-purpose bikes, it's an ex-Husqvarna design that's far from shy about its dirt bike roots. Sedate cruiser? No. Open the throttle sharply and the CCM lobs its front wheel skywards in first gear. Brush the clutch and it does it in second as well, building revs and snapping through its close ratio gearing with motocross-style zeal. According to the multifunction display the rev limit is a heady 8,300 RPM. Reliability and build quality. CCM Spitfire problems? Well, they build bikes the way they always have, with methods that founder Alan Clues used for his first, the BSA-powered Clues Stroker, way back in 1971. The Spitfire's TG welded trellis was created with Ted Onwin, a welder from the original CCM staff in the 70s. The story is current employees worked on the Spitfire behind the scenes, hence the bike's Skunkworks label. It's inspired by the legendary experimental department of the Lockheed Aircraft Company known as the Skunkworks. The rest of the construction is equally fine, with machined aluminium components, adjustable high-quality suspension, hand-stitched seat, and the sort of neat brackets and details you'd expect on a show bike. Some versions are sprinkled with carbon, too. And the options list is expansive. Overall reliability is good, and owners rate the mechanical dependability and build quality. The motor could be trusted when it powered Husqvarnas, and there's no reason why this shouldn't be the case with the CCM. We've had one or two test bikes with niggling faults, like having the right-hand indicator come on when you signal left, though such things are far from common and rapidly sorted. Spitfires have a 2-year warranty and the service team comes out to your house. Value versus rivals. Insurance won't be particularly cheap. Spitfires are Group 14 or 15 insurance, depending on the model. Group 14 is the same as Husqvarna's funky single-cylinder Vitpullen 701 rival, but 3 groups higher than a second-hand KTM 690 Duke. The eager single will do around 55 miles per gallon, even riding with quite a bit of gusto. The tank takes 14 liters, which means a surprisingly useful range of 169 miles, assuming you stay comfortable for that long on a busy, firm, tingly naked. Bikes start at 10 grand and climb to a significant 18,000 pounds for the limited edition RAF Fun model, 100 numbered bikes. Sounds like a lot for a bare-bones single that struggles to top 100 miles per hour, but this is an exclusive handmade bike with high-quality parts. And with models made in limited batches their residual values are strong. Used bikes don't start until over 8,500 pounds, and high-spec models festooned in extras can fetch more than the original asking. Equipment. If you're talking electronics, rider aids and color TFT screens, then the CCM is at the bottom of the pile. It has ABS, keyless ignition, and a very small digital display panel, and that's your lot. However, the Spitfire is covered with high-spec materials and impressive components. The equipment you're paying for is machined aluminum and hand-welded tube, not black boxes, wires and light-up switches. Specs. Engine size 601 cubic centimeters. Engine type liquid-cooled, DOHC, 4V, single. Frame type steel tube trellis. Fuel capacity 14 liters. Seat height 828 millimeters. Bike weight 142 kilograms. Front suspension USD forks, ADJ preload, rebound, compression. Rear suspension monoshock, ADJ preload, rebound, compression. Front brake 320 mm discs with 4-piston calipers. ABS. Rear brake 240 mm disc with 2-piston caliper. ABS. Front tire size. Rear tire size. MPG, costs and insurance. Average fuel consumption 55 miles per gallon. Annual road tax 101 pounds. Annual service cost. New price. Used price. Insurance group. How much to insure? Warranty term 2. Top speed and performance. Max power 62 brake horsepower. Max torque 49 ft-lb. Top speed 100 miles per hour. A quarter mile acceleration. Tank range 169 miles.